was playing Covet Vision game in my cell phone. I saw this dress, and it crushed me so hard. I closed the game and decided to make it in real life. Hi fashion lover! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Evelyn, and today I'm mixing Covet Vision game chaos, Chinese New Year vibes, and real life sewing into one video. So, this all started with a dress. If you play Covet Vision, you already know how dangerous that sentence is. I was playing, minding my own business, trying to save diamonds, like a responsible adult. And then this dress showed up. Elegant, dramatic, high-street, very Chinese New Year energy. And I got absolutely crushed by it. Like, emotionally crushed. I stared at it for way too long. Lost the challenge, closed the app, reopened it, start again. And my brain said, okay, but what if I just make it? And that's exactly what I did. Let me talk about this dress for a second.
In the game, it has everything I love. A sleek silhouette, rich red tones, big bold floral prints, that elegant and dramatic slit, almost Cheongsam inspired feeling.
And since Chinese New Year is coming, it felt even more perfect. Red is such a powerful color during Chinese New Year. It represents luck, happiness, prosperity, and protection from bad energy. Basically everything I need after how many diamond Covet has taken from me over the years. So yeah, I was obsessed. But in the game, that dress cost $859. Well, let's just say my virtual wallet said no. My real wallet also said no. So naturally, I ignored both and went straight to the fabric store. Shopee.
After almost a full day of scrolling through online shops, trying to find a print close to my inspiration, I finally came across this fabric collection. I loved it, especially the prints. Soft, elegant, and full of characters. But unfortunately, they were already sold out. So I moved on. And honestly, I think I love this one too. The flowers may not be in classic red, but the gentle tones of peach, maroon, and pink still feel warm, festive, and perfect for celebrating Chinese New Year. When the fabric I ordered online finally arrived, I picked it up right away at my porch. I bought the fabric online, which is always a gamble. And let me be honest, I didn't really know what I was getting. I didn't know the quality. I didn't know how the print would look in real life. I didn't even fully know what kind of fabric it was. What I did know was it was floral, it was peachy and pink tones, it was cheap, and sometimes that's enough information. The wind was gently blowing, soft, calm, and so comforting. My garden plants swayed with the breeze. The weather was perfect, warm sunshine and clear air. Everything around me felt light and peaceful, and my orchids were blooming beautifully. And just like that, my mood became so good. Once my online fabric purchase arrived, I had a moment. Because in one hand, okay, it's not luxurious, it's not high quality silk, it's not couture. But on the other hand, the flowers were bold, the colors were vibrant, and it gave very strong Chinese New Year energy. At that point, I decided I'm not chasing perfection, I'm chasing the vibe. I'll be real with you. I wasn't 100% sure about the flower print at first. It's busy, it's loud, it doesn't whisper elegance. It announces itself. I kept asking myself, is it too much? Is this going to look cheap? Am I about to embarrass myself on camera? But then I remembered something important. Covet fashion dresses are never subtle. They are dramatic. They are extra. They are made to stand out on digital runway. So, if this dress was inspired by Covet, then being a little over the top was kind of the point. That's when I committed. No more second guessing. I'm doing the full look. Next step, the pattern. I didn't use a commercial pattern for this. I drafted it myself. The goal was a fitted floor-length dress with a clean, elegant shape, a high slit for drama, and a neckline that feels refined, not costumey. You can use my pattern directly if we have the same size. If your size is small, reduce 1 cm at the side of the body's front and back downward. And vice versa, if your size is L, add 1 cm at the side of the body's front and back downward. Since cheongsam is defined by the curved lines on the upper bodies, I made sure to include those arc lines in my drafting as well. These curved lines follow the natural shape of the body and help create its elegant, fitted silhouette. I carefully adjust the curve, making sure it flows smoothly from the neckline across the bodies. This step is important because the arc lines not only define the structure, but also influence how the garment sits and moves on the body. By incorporating these lines directly into the drafting process, I can maintain both accuracy and the traditional beauty of the cheongsam design. My size is M and my height is 160 cm. It's standard Asian size. Pattern drafting is honestly one of my favorite parts because it's where the dress starts to feel real. This is where the Covet fantasy slowly turns into something I can actually wear. Of course, there were adjustments. There are always adjustments. Too tight here, too loose there, slit too high, slit not high enough. It's a lot of trial and error, but I actually love that process. It feels like solving a puzzle. This little corner of my house, it's where my fabric dreams quietly pile up. I have a soft spot for beautiful fabric, especially when they are on sale. The moment I see a good deal, all logic disappears. I just have to bring them home. So here I am, reaching into my trusty blue plastic bag. Yes, this is where I keep some of my t-shirt finds. Layers and layers of fabric, waiting for their moment. I'm searching for something special. Maybe a matching tone, maybe a bold contrast. Something perfect for the upper bodies of the cheongsam I'm working on. And then I see it. A peach organza. Soft, light, slightly transparent. It has delicate sheerness that adds just a subtle touch of allure. A little spicy twist, while still keeping the elegance of the cheongsam. I think this might be the one. Now, I'm going to show you how to draft the collar for a cheongsam. First, measure the length of the front and back neckline from the pattern. Follow the stitching line, not the cutting edge. This will be the full length of the collar base. Now, I draw a straight line using the total length. From this line, create a rectangle with a width of 4 cm. This will be the foundation of my collar. Next, calculate 1/3 of the total neckline length and write down on paper. Mine is 18 divided by 3 equals to 6 cm. At the front side of the collar, raise the baseline by 2 cm and draw a line connecting as long 1/3 of the neckline. So I draw a 6 cm line from that raise point hitting the baseline. From the raise point, measure 3.5 cm at 90-degree angle. Then draw another line parallel to the slanted line, extending it until it meets the top line of the first rectangle. Finally, soften the front collar edge by curving it about 1 cm for a smoother, more elegant finish. And that's my Cheongsam collar draft. Structure, classic, and beautifully shaped. You can adjust the head of the collar to your own liking. I'm folding the fabric for the front bodice, which is cut on fold. I measure carefully, making sure the fabric is evenly aligned from top to bottom. The fold has to be perfectly straight, so the front piece will come out symmetrical. Once everything is aligned, I secure it with pins. This keeps the fabric from shifting while I work. Next, I place my pattern piece on top. I slide carbon paper underneath. One layer between the pattern and the fabric, and another beneath the fabric, so I can transfer the markings to both sides at the same time. Then using my tracing wheel, I slowly follow the lines of the paper pattern. I take my time here, pressing firmly but gently, making sure every curve and dart is clearly marked onto the fabric. Precision at this stage makes sewing so much easier later. It's time to cut. This is always the moment where the design starts to feel real. Once I cut the fabric, there's no turning back. So I take my time. I start with the main fabric, following the pattern lines carefully. Smooth, steady cuts. I let the scissors glide along the edge instead of lifting the fabric too much. Next, I cut the slit. The Cheongsam is known for that elegant side slit. But I make a modern one. Make it triangle front slit. It's not just for movement. It's also part of its charm. It gives that graceful silhouette, revealing just enough while still looking refined. Then I move on to the lining. I cut the whole lining piece as well. You know, it's interesting how structured high neck silhouettes like this are becoming trendy again. If you look at celebrities lately, on red carpets and fashion weeks, you'll see a lot of high colors, sleek fitted tops, even modernized Cheongsam inspired design. The clean neckline, the tailored shape, it's timeless. Designers are blending tradition with contemporary cuts, and it feels so powerful yet feminine. That's what I love about making a Cheongsam. It carries history, but it can still look completely modern, depending on the fabric and styling. And now, with everything cut, the main fabric, the slit, the lining, I'm one step closer to bringing this piece to life. Before I start sewing, I like to redraw key points using an erasable fabric marker. The carbon lines are there, but I prefer them bolder, clearer, impossible to miss. I carefully trace over every dart. Yes, I am a bit perfectionist. I just feel more confident when everything is neat and visible. Clear marking means clear stitching, and cleaner stitching means a more polished final piece. So, I check the measurements again, making sure both sides are balanced. And then I suddenly notice the light changing. The sky is getting darker. The room feels dimmer. The air heavier. Maybe heavy rain is coming. There's something calming about moments like this, the quiet before the rain. While I'm here, focused on tiny details, turning fabric into something beautiful. While I'm staring at my fabric scraps, something catches my eye, the flowers. And suddenly I remember my inspiration reference. It has this bold, beautiful floral prints placed right at the waist. That detail made the whole design stand out. But my fabric, it's just plain silver. Elegant, yes, but simple. Then I start thinking, maybe I can create the effect myself. I pick up the scrap pieces with the floral print and carefully cut out a few of the flowers, almost like making applique. I sew each flower together with lining, right sides facing. Then I make small snips along the curves so it will turn smoothly. After turning them right side out, the edges look clean and defined. And now I can place them at the waist area, just like my inspiration picture. It feels even more special this way, not just copying the idea, but recreating it with my own hands. Sometimes the best details come from leftovers. Now, I'm moving on to the sewing. I carefully fold the fabric along the dark lines, matching the marking precisely. The tip has to align perfectly. This is what shapes the bodice and gives it the beautiful fitted silhouette. I secure it with pins first, placing them perpendicular to the seam line, so it stays steady. Darts may look small, but they make such a big difference. They counter the garment to the body, especially for a cheongsam, where the fit is everything. Before taking it to the sewing machine, I like to base stitch by hand. It might seem like an extra step, but for me, it's worth it. The basting keeps the fabric from shifting, especially with delicate material. It also gives me one last chance to check the shape and symmetry. Slow even stitches, just enough to hold everything in place. Once I'm satisfied, then it's ready for the sewing machine, where the real structure begins to take form. Now, sewing. This fabric wasn't expensive, and it behaved exactly like it knew that. It slipped, it shifted, it tried to fight me. But once everything started coming together, the seams, the shape, the way the floral print wrapped around the body, I could finally see the dress I imagined. It was my favorite part. It adds movement. It adds confidence. It makes the dress feel powerful instead of just pretty. And honestly, for cheap fabric, it surprised me. Is it perfect? No. Is it wearable, dramatic, and very Chinese New Year appropriate? Absolutely. Seeing the finished dress was such a satisfying moment. It may have started as a digital outfit in a game, but turning it into something real, something handmade, made it feel special. This dress isn't about luxury. It's about creativity. It's about taking inspiration from something fun, like game, and translating it into real life. And it reminded me that you don't need expensive materials to make something beautiful. You just need an idea, some patience, and maybe a little stubbornness. So yeah, that's the story of how Covet Fashion made me sew a Chinese New Year dress. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Have you ever seen something in a game and thought, I need this in real life? Thank you so much for watching. Happy Chinese New Year! And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!